I had a hard time picking the most important piece of advice because they've all been that most important thing for me at different points in my life. Hey guys, it's Mark, and I teach about the body and fitness for those who are just getting started on their fitness journey. I want to help build your foundation of fitness knowledge, that way you guys can reach your goals in the most effective way possible. And today I'm going to go over the 10 things that I wish I knew before I started lifting, and yes, I've gone through every single one of these things on the list, and some of them I still struggle with today. The last one is the simplest, but it's also the hardest because it'll dictate if you reach your goal or not, so make sure you stick around for that one. Okay, now for the good stuff. First thing I wish I knew. You are playing for the long game. Don't expect to achieve your dream body in a year. It's more like 5. I want you to completely drop this idea. 1 year is not enough time to reach your dream body. Unless you're a robot with unlimited energy, or you have the ability to heal instantaneously like Wolverine, because technically with Wolverine, because he heals right like in real time, he could work out, tear the muscle fiber, heal it back, and literally grow muscle on the spot. Kind of cool, kind of nerdy, that's okay. It is really hard to drastically change your body composition in such a short period of time. And don't get me wrong, you can make a lot of progress in a year or even a few months, especially if you're just starting out. Because your body's not used to working out, it's hyper responsive to this new workout stimulus. So you'll make gains really quickly within the first couple of months. And eventually it tapers off and it plateaus and it becomes harder to lose weight or gain muscle now that your body's used to this stimulus. All in all, don't rush. You ever heard of the tortoise and the hare? Slow and steady wins the race. Number 2, progress is going to be non-linear. So basically, linear just means straight line. Your progress goes from here to here. That doesn't exist. I wish it could. If it did, I would tell you otherwise. Like I'd be huge first of all, but it doesn't. What non-linear means, just not in a straight line. It's going to look like this. It may look like going backwards in a circle. It's going to be weird. I'm honestly telling you now, it's weird. But the general trend is still upwards. And as with anything else, progress looks like a cycle of wins and losses. You win some, you lose some. You'll have periods of massive gains and massive weight loss, but then it'll be followed by periods of setbacks and plateaus. It's just the way it is. It is what it is. You can't have all rise. If we did, everybody would look like Greek god sculptures. It's just like the seasons. Winter, summer. Let me do that again. I like summer better. Summer, winter, summer, winter, summer, winter. Day, night, light, dark, black, white, hot, cold. I could literally do this forever. This is actually something I'm really interested in. It's opposites. And you could even try this. If you were to work out like insanely hard every day and being like, yeah, I'm gonna reach these goals and I'm getting bigger and faster and stronger, you're gonna hit a wall and you're gonna crash. Your body just can't sustain so much change in one direction without pulling back. Going forward, pulling back. It's like that song, thought I took 1 step, I took 2 back. But it's more like, I took 2 steps and took 1 back. Sorry you guys had to hear my singing. Number 3, pick number 3, my lord. Shout out Shrek. This one's pretty quick. You are going to have bad training days. My friend once told it to me like this. You have 10 days of working out. 8 of those days are gonna be good. 1 of those days is gonna be amazing. You're gonna feel strong, you're gonna do more work, you're gonna be like, lifting the entire city. That doesn't make sense. But you'll be really good and really strong. And then 1 of those days is gonna be literally terrible. You're not gonna feel energetic. You're gonna feel weak. You're not gonna wanna be there, but that's just how it is. So expect it. Numero 4. Training is hard. I know that sounds like kind of silly, and it is, but it also isn't, because training is literally really freaking hard. Literally, training is pain and suffering. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. Don't be scared. But in the moment, it's uncomfortable. You have to push yourself. You have to challenge yourself. You have to aim higher. Because if you don't and you stay where you're comfortable, you're not gonna grow. You could maintain, but you're not gonna grow. And if your goal is to maintain, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with hitting a certain level of muscle mass and just being like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need any more. I don't need to necessarily get stronger. I like where I'm at. Set those baselines if that's what you want and just coast. But I'm assuming that's not most of you. Embrace the pain and suffering because that is what's gonna push you to the other side of growth. I sound like I'm super wise. I am. I think so. Okay, this next one's actually really, really important. I can't stress enough how important it is to enjoy the process. Fall in love with the pursuit of the goal, not the actual goal itself. That's a secret. It's like a dog chasing a car bumper. All the fun is in the chase, but if it got that bumper, it'd be like, it'd be like in its mouth, so it'd be like, what would I do with this over now that I got it? All the fun is in the chase. I was eating tortilla chips. My fingers, they taste like salty. And if you're wondering, how on earth can I learn to enjoy the process of like being uncomfortable, lifting weights, like straining my body? Literally, you're straining your body. You're putting a stress on your body, but it's a good stress. And the thing that I suggest to most people is to try a bunch of different styles or types of exercise. Powerlifting, bodybuilding, calisthenics, gymnastics, yoga, a sport, whatever else there is that's physical. Or even combine the different aspects that you like from each and combine your favorite aspects of each into your own workout style. And when you find the one that you enjoy the most, hold on to it, run with it. It makes it so much easier to exercise when you genuinely want to do the thing. And you'll naturally develop habits around getting better at that thing. I know I said thing so many times, but like, it's whatever you want it to be. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, this next one's also important. I know this said the previous one was important, but they're all important. You have to be ready and willing to learn, especially when you want to achieve something incredible. Learn about the exercise, muscle, and nutrition principles. Those will set your foundation for your fitness journey. Those will be the things that set you up for success. Because you do the best you can until you know better. And then, when you know better, you do better. When you understand why you pick a certain exercise, when you understand why you do it in a certain way, when you understand why you're eating a specific food, it'll get you to your goals faster. It'll be solidified in your mind that you're doing the right thing, and you won't have doubts about what you're doing or why you're doing it. And you won't feel like you're not moving in the right direction. And it's the same as building competence in any other activity. For example, if you're a video editor and you're given all these different clips and someone's like, make a movie. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna do what I think looks cool, and like, I don't really know how to make certain effects happen. It's probably not gonna end up being that good. But now, pretend that you are a master video editor, you know all the little tricks. You're gonna make a smooth, beautiful end product. You're gonna do it so much faster and with so much more confidence. And as a side note, most people can achieve 80% of their dream body if they committed to learning just a little bit, if they adjusted their lifestyle to include healthy habits and activities, and then develop the discipline to be consistent with this lifestyle. And why do you have to be consistent, you ask? Well, this leads me to my next point, the compound effect. This isn't so much a tip as more of just a concept that I want you to understand, because it'll solidify in your mind why consistency is so important. Basically, the compound effect is that the little things you do over a long period of time will lead to something great. Honestly, that was a terrible way of explaining it. You can Google it and it'll give you something better. But you can think of it like this. Imagine all the days in a year and you work out once a day. That one training session is really tiny. It's micro in comparison to the 365 days in a year. But if you were to work out every single day for a year, that's 365 training sessions. You're gonna be a completely different person at the end of that year. But it's hard to see when you're at the beginning, going day by day. If you think of people in prison and why they're so jacked, it's because they're doing push-ups every day. They're doing squats every day for years. And a push-up is so simple, but the fact that they do it every day and it accumulates to thousands of reps at the end of every month, maybe even week. By the end of the year, they've done more push-ups than you and I have done in our entire lives. And now they're jacked. Trust that each day is pushing you closer to your goal. It's going to accumulate, it's gonna snowball and create this huge like spirit bomb. Think of Goku when he's like taking out the energy of the world and the spirit, like all those different spirits, all those different training days are coming to make this spirit bomb. And at the end of that year, you're gonna slam that spirit bomb into yourself and be really jacked or lost a lot of weight or whatever it is for you. I don't know, this is literally so sidetracked. Like I need to move on. Okay, this one's gonna be a little deep. People are subconsciously not going to want you to change. And the reason for this is that it forces them to change, and they don't like that. They see the habits and the discipline that you're developing, and they say to themselves, damn, this person is becoming a better person. I am not doing those things. I don't like that. And sometimes it's the people that are closest to you, and that sucks. They may try to discourage you, they may try to call you names or just be mean to you, they might say you've changed. And here's the thing, you don't need to fight back. Don't pursue your fitness journey in spite of someone else, because you might come to resent it. Try to understand where they're coming from, put them in their place in regard to your life, and move along. Move along, just like I know you would. All American rejects, woo! move along like I know you do. Number 9. Recovery is the only way to make gains. Let's break it down, shall we? So exercise is breakdown. That's where you're tearing the muscle. It is catabolic. And recovery is where you build back up. That's anabolic. Take this line here. Imagine that this is your body just chilling. When you work out, your body takes a hit. And then when you allow it to recover, you'll come back stronger than the original baseline. Then you work out again, goes low. And then you let it recover. And it's a constant cycle of down, up a little higher, down, up a little higher. But if all you do is train and run yourself into the ground and you don't allow yourself the time, the nutrition, the sleep to recover, it's gonna be down, little up, down, little up, down. And you're gonna be dead. Not dead. You're gonna burn out, basically. Just remember that you should prioritize recovery as much as you are prioritizing your training. All right, guys, we made it to the last point, and this one is literally the most important, so listen up. Just start. Starting is the absolute hardest part. It's legitimately scary. You're putting yourself out there, you're being vulnerable, you're making yourself be seen if you're in the gym, and you might be worried about what people are thinking of you or if they're judging you. But you know what? People are gonna judge you inside and outside of the gym anyways. You might as well give them something to admire. And that's the thing, you could literally be someone else's motivation. Every time when I'm in the gym and I see someone who's overweight or skinny or just uncoordinated, or you know they're just starting, it literally inspires me. Like, I'm getting chills right now. It makes me want to work harder. You know how much courage that takes? Just to try, to try to make yourself a better person. It really does inspire me. And personally, starting is something that I struggle with day to day with other decisions outside of fitness. I'm usually trying to figure everything out first and make it perfectly perfect before I even start. And that can look like going to everyone else for opinions when you can't just make the decision for yourself. It could be paralysis by analysis. There's too much information, you don't know what to do. But thinking about where I started with fitness, it had to happen the way that it did. All the mistakes I've made, all the time I've spent, they've all contributed to me becoming who I am today. The things I had to learn, those mistakes and those setbacks taught me about the body and fitness. And nobody's perfect. I guarantee that everybody you see online that has the dream body or like the peak human condition, physical, whatever, they made all the same mistakes that you and I will have made when we first started. Take action, learn, adjust, repeat. Action, learn, adjust, repeat. Action, learn, adjust. Action, learn, adjust. Action, learn, adjust. All right, guys, I hope that helped. If you're anything like me, you're gonna take all of this advice and you're still gonna make the same mistakes. Trust me, I know you will. There's something about experiencing it yourself that's really the only way to teach you. Personally, I don't really believe people until I see it or experience it for myself, even with all the scrapes and bruises and time wasted. It's just something that I have to do. I guess we all love learning the hard way. Is that weird? But I hope that after watching this video, you'll expect these things to happen and you'll be able to move on to them faster than I did when I first started. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if I helped you in any way, or maybe some tips that you want to share. And if you're looking for a trainer, check out the link in my description. It'll take you to my Patreon. There I'll be posting the exact workouts that I'm doing to stay functionally strong and fit. They're 15-minute, no equipment, HIIT workouts. Fast and effective. Look for Train With Me. All right, go out there, make some mistakes, learn, and just start. Thanks for watching, guys. Wow, we've been recording for 32 minutes. What have I been saying for 32 minutes?